She was the CEO of ComEd, the largest electric utility in Illinois. Today, we learned that she is headed to prison for 2 years for her part in a scheme to bribe then Illinois Speaker of the House, Mike Madigan. Our political reporter Chris Tye was in court today as Anne Pramaggiori's sentence was handed down. Walk us through that moment.
All right, we will, Marie. Here's how it worked. Jurors and the judge determined that she did help falsify the books and the records of ComEd. The idea in all of this was to give no-show jobs to Mike Madigan's allies, and in exchange, the most powerful man in Springfield would move through favorable legislation to the power company.
Anne Pramaggiore walked into court Monday facing the possibility of nearly 6 years in prison. The judge sentencing her to 2, saying she was all in on a creative arrangement of a long-running conspiracy. The feds say she helped orchestrate the no-show jobs for Mike Madigan's allies, and in exchange, Madigan would move through Springfield laws and policies favorable to the power company. You had the power to stop this, the judge said. You could have said no. Pramaggiore chose not to speak on her own behalf and tonight maintains her innocence through a spokesperson, saying, "We are disappointed by the sentence imposed." Ms. Pramaggiore, a civic leader, trailblazing electric utilities executive, the only female CEO in Commonwealth Edison's history, and an innocent woman, will appeal the verdict and sentence to the 7th Circuit and, if necessary, to the Supreme Court. She was one of the so-called ComEd 4, convicted in 2023 of a near-decade-long scheme to pay for Madigan's help. ComEd lobbyist John Hooker was sentenced to 18 months last week. Pramaggiore today. Madigan's confidant Michael McLean will be sentenced Thursday. One-time City Club President Jay Doherty is the 4th. He learns his fate August 5th. As for 83-year-old Madigan, once the longest-running speaker in U.S. history, after a separate trial, he was sentenced to 7.5 years behind bars, slated to report to prison in October. But he's asking for a delay on that as he works through his appeal. Judge Manish Shah said he received over 170 letters on Pramaggiori's behalf for the good work she's done, both for her employees and the world. In coming to his 24-month sentence, he said, "The same person that is both an inspiring leader and generous is a willful participant in corporate malfeasance." The judge adding in all this, Pramaggiori's secretive, sophisticated, and criminal enterprise undermines democracy. Her sentence, Maria, is slated to start December 1st. Her appeal could change the timeline on that. There is also a $750,000 fine attached to today's sentence.
Wow, well, we'll follow that appeals process. Thank you so much, Chris.
You bet.